I'm doing law and international studies. I'm majoring in international relations and I'm minoring in French. I have severe to profound hearing loss in my right ear, and I have a cochlear implant for that, so it sort of brings it up a little bit, helps me out a fair bit. But my other ear, I've still got profound hearing loss and I only have a hearing aid. And so the imbalance there is that I end up missing. I can't tell you how much I miss because I wouldn't know. I miss a little bit in the classroom about what the tutor says. Sometimes when they turn and face the whiteboard, or if I'm sitting up the back, or if I'm late to a lecture or something like that, it's a bit hard to hear them. The resources that disability services offers is actually quite varied, and that they do offer quite a substantial amount of resources, whether it be to external information regarding like workplace, to internships. There's always a disability services newsletter that comes out that lets you know what's going on, employment opportunities, all that sort of stuff. So it's a very valuable resource, and I highly recommend people, students with a disability, engage with it. So Disability Services has provided me with a note taker for the last 5 years. Generally, I've had note takers who have been friends of mine, or I've noticed that they've done good notes, or they have good notes, and I've recommended them to Disability Services to become a note taker, so therefore they can do their studies and get paid for it. I also know that sometimes Disability Services reaches out to like individual lecturers for candidates for note taking, and the lecturers put a recommendation or reach out to the individual students. Yeah. Every student who's registered with Disability Services gets what's called a reasonable adjustments, and it's generally a list of requirements that the student needs in the classroom that gets forwarded to the lecturer. And under those reasonable adjustments, there can be provisions for extra time, there can be provisions for if you need to get up and walk around or stretch, or they're the general two I use. For my condition, I get about 5 minutes per half an hour, which really helps me out in an exam period. So I do take advantage of that extra time. I also noticed that Disability Services was they put me into Stepping Into program, which was an internship program for people who had a disability, and then help them adjust to a professional workplace environment. So essentially, the Stepping Into program is a non-for-profit organisation that partners with businesses. They can be as big as Westpac Bank or as small as a council. And what they do is who they partner with, they pay a membership fee, and that membership fee is essentially a promise that they will hold open a place for people with a disability background. And so they always have 2 or 3 spots for anybody who has a disability and would like to work with them. I would say you never really know until you try, and when you do try, Disability Services is there. It exists to help you. It exists to help you reach the level of potential that you have. So it doesn't matter what disability you have, Disability Services will help you out in any way they can to help you get the best marks you can possibly do, to help you graduate.